to the music scene, showing lots of love for the community. With great advice, I know who I should go see. So all around town radio show is where I go.
That's crazy. Show.
For the music that comforts my soul. It's the all around town radio show. The all around town radio.
Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the program on a Monday. How you doing out there? It's like Ed Sawicki, first one checking in. How you doing, Ed? Happy Monday to you, my friend. Glenn checking in on YouTube first. Good to have you. Here's Mark Robinson.
It's the Weekend Review. Top 5 coming for you.
Hi, Rob.
Speaking with the fans, sometimes they don't show.
Hi, Toy.
Whatever plan.
Kevin Cooper. Kevin Cooper, that is. The rock star Rick Kern has joined the party. How y'all doing out there? Welcome. On a Monday here, it is Backstage Hall Pass Weekend Update, as we call it every Monday. Welcome to the program, guys. It's 5 o'clock here in the eastern United States, where we're broadcasting from Springboro, Ohio. Welcome. Welcome, one and all. If you're out there, say hi. We'd love to hear from you. Wes Williams, Roger checking in. I see that. Howdy, Rick. Good to have you with us today, and we've got a lot to talk about for our weekend in review here. If you did not post on our page yet who you saw play over the weekend, you can certainly throw it in the comments here. We'd love to have you throw it in there and drop it in the comments and let us know who you saw play, but mention the venues too. It's very important to mention the venues that bring us live local music every weekend. Hello, Wes. Thanks for being here. Like I said, Gina McCann in the house with a voice like butter with cayenne pepper sprinkled in there. Roger, how are you? Gina, it's good to see you. Thanks for dropping by. Hi, Greg. Thank you for dropping in as well. Got a lot of folks checking in today on a Monday. Thanks so much, guys, for your support. We appreciate it here at All Around Town Radio. I'll get on my soapbox. You know, I do it every damn week almost, but I'm going to get on a soapbox again. I'm so tired of the Book of Face. I am. Oh, if we didn't have a platform with a lot of people on it here, we would be gone. Gone, we would. They are holding me hostage. They are. Welcome on this Monday, November 13th, guys. Almost Thanksgiving coming up. Goodness gracious. It is, time flies. It does. I can remember when I said, man, can you believe it's 2023? And now we're in November. So welcome. And hello, Greg. Thank you for dropping in, like I said. Welcome to your number one source for live local music news, bands, venues, and more here. It's called All Around Town Radio. And I want to thank you all for sharing what you could on Thursday. My little soapbox. Let me see what Kevin Cooper says before I get on my soapbox here. He said he got a notification from YouTube. Yeah, isn't that sad? It is. And so last week on Thursday, we had a great show Thursday, you know, our list of who's playing out, all that. Lots of people wrote into the show, plenty of comments, all that good stuff. And I get a message Thursday evening. I'm down at the Bell and the Bear, and Thursday evening, my phone pops up with a meta message. And the meta message says, you have violated our copyright laws, so we're slowing your feed down again, because your music is somehow being said to be with Warner Music Service or something. I mean, the computer can only, I guess, grasp so many melodies and so many things until it determines that it's some sort of plagiarism. So apparently, our friends from Sweet Sister Mercy wrote that theme song for us. I really appreciate it. I played it again today. If they shut me down again today, I don't know what I'm going to do, but they don't like the theme song. So that's where they're saying we're copyright infringing on somebody. I guess I'm copyright infringing on Rob Nadler and Mark Robinson for putting that together. I don't know. I didn't know it was a million selling record, the All Around Town theme, but I guess if the Monkees theme could go viral, so could ours. That's the way I look at it. Hello, Mr. Burroughs Tavern. Thanks for dropping in today. Good to have you with us here. Mr. Burroughs Tavern, home of the Quiztastic Tuesday Trivia, where we've got a new lineup this week of some fun stuff we're doing. We're changing the format a little bit, and we'll see how you like it. Hopefully you will, because we're going to have some fun with it. We are. That goes on every Tuesday night at 7 o'clock. You can join me there. Love to have you there. Come in. Have some fun with us. Have some good beverages and good food at Mr. Burroughs. Steve Stein in the house. Thank you, Steve, for dropping by. The Times, Adam West and the Bee's Knees, all those bands he's in. Thank you for dropping in. And what's are any of the originals you play here registered with the Pro? I don't know where you're going with that, Kevin. But yes, the original songs I play here on the show, sometimes the people send me, I don't know. They send them to me and I ask if I have rights to do it, and I do. And that's how it works. But here's what happened. Normally a 3,000 to 4,000 view show, after I appealed it and the music thing, you go through this process of hitting all these buttons and saying that you own the rights to the music and blah, 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 and all that other crap that goes on in the metaverse. It ended up getting put back on and being sent out to people so they could see it. And we had 2,000 views this week instead of the normal 4. So yeah, that's just kind of where I'm at. And yes, they police I know they police royalties for artists, and I don't play any artists. I mean, I don't, other than the theme song and anybody that sends me their original stuff that they put out on their home CDs that they give to people at their shows and stuff. So I learned that lesson a long time ago, even when the pandemic was going on. And I really, during the pandemic, we did some online trivia stuff, and I was playing music, name that tune thing, and that didn't go over well at all. We got shut down in a big way there. Of course, during the pandemic, while you're not working, they'd shut you down. Absolutely. Well, they're making billions of dollars. Billions. Yes, they police royalties for artists. They do. I get it. Performance royalty organizations. Thank you for the PROs. I was not up on the acronym on that one. And I lived in a world of acronyms my whole life. The FEMA world has a book called The Fat List. It's 970 pages worth of acronyms. So yeah, I know my acronyms, but I didn't know that pro meant that in the music business. So see, I learned something every day. There's Rich. How are you? And they protect your $42 a year, Rich. That's great. Yeah, don't stand by the mailbox waiting on those royalty checks, musicians. They're just not bringing the Brinks truck to your house and dropping off all that cash. They are not. So yeah. Alphabet soup, public safety and government. Yes, it is. It's all acronyms and junk and abbreviations and whatsoever. So I'm going to get off that soapbox, though, because I bitch about it every time I'm on here, and it doesn't do me any good because they still keep hammering me. And, we're never going to grow as long as they keep doing that. And frankly, it gets to the point of frustration where you're just like ready to hit the detonate button and say, I'm done. I do at some, because, this is not a big moneymaker for me. Trust me when I say that it is not. But don't forget, guys, on a brighter note, since we're talking about social media, don't forget to follow us on all the socials if you can. We are on YouTube, and we'd love you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, because if I ever get really mad and just kick my Facebook off, we'll be on YouTube at All Around Town. We're also on Instagram at All Around Town Radio. We are on TikTok at All Around Town Radio. However, I've yet to post anything on TikTok. I do enjoy some of the videos I see on there, for real. And you can get extra content on that YouTube channel if you want, if you subscribe to that. A little extra content on there and some things that we're doing. And I keep getting told I need to do my day in music history on TikTok every day, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see about that. Let's talk about our weekend, guys. As we move into the week here at All Around Town Radio, first stop is Wednesday, or God, I can't even talk today, is Monday weekend update. And we're going to talk about who we saw play over the weekend. And again, if you want to comment about somebody you saw play over the weekend, I would love to hear from you because we want to know who you saw if you didn't get it in the list out there. Who else do I have comment? Hi, Blevins. Thank you for being here. Good to have you. Glenn says he'll keep watching on YouTube. Absolutely. And Rick says no good deed goes unpunished. Yeah, absolutely. And the haters are out there. They are all over the place. Hey, Ditch, thanks for being here. Good to see you last Thursday night. And I'm going to talk about that here in just a minute. It is November 13th, guys, World Kindness Day today. So be kind to one another, as Ellen DeGeneres used to say. But be kind to one another. It's World Kindness Day. And also, it's send us your ideas for Hot Topic Tuesday Day. If you have some hot button topic in the mucus industry, the music industry, please send it to us. Karis and I'll address it tomorrow on the show if we pick the one that we like. And if you'd like to see it featured or featured in future weeks, do that. And we don't have to name your name if you don't want. Say you'd like it to be an anonymous topic if that's the case. And what's Jim saying? If you purchase YouTube monthly, you can watch all the videos and never see an ad. It's like $5 a month. Thank you for that. Shameless plug for the tube of you. And what's up, Mike? He said, Under the Sun was amazing as always at the Naughty Pine on Saturday. Thank you. I saw some video from that. Jamie Minnick posted. And yes, it was good. It was good. So this week in music for us, let me back up to Wednesday last week. Before our Thursday show, we did our final Name That Tune of the regular season at Heather's on the patio. Had 26 teams, 200 plus people. It was a 70-degree night in November. How cool is that? It doesn't get much better than that. And we had some fun with that. Our group there is they're diehards. Many of those teams never miss a week of our 28-week residency there and come every Wednesday and play. It's so much fun. This week they get rewarded because we have the final championship, and those who earn the most points throughout the year, they earn points for first, second, third place. They earn points for playing each week. Those top 20 teams basically in that are going to go on to the finals this week. And there's some big prize packages. We're talking like $500 prize packages and stuff. So it's cool stuff that we're giving away. And that's happening this Wednesday night, our final night at Heather's for the season on the patio. And then I'll be heading down to the Bell and the Bear for every second Wednesday of the month. Second Wednesday. Rocking it out with you at the Bell and the Bear on Wednesday nights. I'd love to see some of you from down south come play Name That Tune with us. And hi, Mark. Thank you for being here. Who else is checking in today? Got some other people out there. Got to say hi to some folks here. Thank you so much for being with us if you're joining us. And if you're new to the show, please let us know where you're from. We'd love to hear from you. So let me get rolling in here and talk about Thursday night, Bell and the Bear Jam. Have y'all been, raise your hand if you've been to the Bell and the Bear Jam. All right. Don't lie. I know you've been there, but yes. Raise your hand. Thank you, Gina. I hope you will. And I'm going to have some Wednesdays off to be able to come see you as well on Wednesdays down there when you and Johnny are playing. That'll be fun. But our Thursday night, Bell and the Bear Jam, our usual night of so much fun. I just can't say enough about Thursday nights. It is a blast. It is a network of people. Rick says once or twice. Yes. Absolutely. Gina raised her hand. Thank you for that. I missed you Thursday, Gina. I was hoping to run into you Thursday, but Thursday was a cast of great characters down there. We had a wonderful evening with, Greg Anderson making an appearance, TJ Wethington on the stage, Ray Renee on the stage. I was absolutely thrilled to see Dudley Taft drop in and play. If you haven't seen Dudley, man, top shelf player and great guitarist and vocalist. Oh, we had a blast with him as well. I missed Angela Combs. She got there later. I got to see her play a couple weeks ago, and I was just wowed by her voice. And she did appear in some videos from late in the night, but I left a little earlier than that. But it was a cool night there. And I've got to mention the people who need the recognition for that night. First and foremost, Gina said she had FOMO. Yeah. For sure. Ed wasn't there either. I missed you too, Ed. Carrie filled in your spot, did a nice job of taking pictures, though. He did a good job that night. And let me just say this. The people who need to be recognized at the Bell and the Bear, first and foremost, the clientele who loves music and supports the place. I mean, it wouldn't be what it is without that clientele who dearly loves live music. But I have to say, the house band that Karis gets the credit here as well, and the house band that has been put together in there and plays each week, I will say, wow to Jamie Combs, Cincinnati's best musician, voted that. I mean, twice in a row. Amazing guitarist, amazing vocalist. Jamie Combs, a class music act. You've got Kevin Cooper, who just commented. What'd Kevin have to say? Let's see. He says he wished he got Angela up earlier. Yeah, she is fantastic. And what a nice person she is too. I mean, Angela Combs, she's got a wonderful voice, and just anytime she gets up on the stage, people pay attention. They do. So Kevin Cooper, here's a guy who can play anything. He gets up there and he plays anything. He sings everything well. Kevin Cooper is a class act, and he's kind of he's in that position on the stage where he catches the people asking about playing and all that. He's kind of in the corner there where he's at the pivotal point of what goes on that stage. And Kathy was off on Thursday night, so Kevin had that list responsibility kind of himself too, and doing it. Hi, Alex Hall, my brother from another mother. Gina says house band is top notch. Yeah, and the house band makes it look easy. They do. And like I said, if you haven't seen Kevin Cooper play, all these guys in their own right are out playing, guys. And if you're watching the show today and you've never been to the Bell Jam, and anybody that I mentioned, if you see them pop up at a venue near you, go see them. Because, Jamie Combs, again, top shelf. Kevin Cooper, top shelf. Jim Cuesta playing with, some of the biggest bands in Cincinnati, DV8. And playing with the Dreamboat Annie Tribute to Heart group. And then Jim in his own right is just amazing on the keyboards. And he adds a fill to that jam like none other too. And he's been singing quite a bit. And that was a good thing too, to see Jim jumping in there. Hey, Spiros, how are you? Thank you for being with us today. I'm trying to get your comment up, but it doesn't want to pop up there. It's like everything just froze on my screen. That's not good. Well, we're hoping it comes back. Good Lord. Can anything else go wrong in my life today? I'm telling you, people, it is wild here what's going on with this thing. I know you can hear me because I see the actual teleprompter popping up and saying it's working. But if you're out there, please wave and say hi. Just don't look at the screen. And I'll try to get your comments back up in a moment. I don't know why it keeps freezing up. It's just part of what's going on with the Book of Face. It is. And if you're on YouTube, please pop a comment in and tell me if it's freezing up on your end as well on YouTube. That means it's on my end. So we'll figure it out. Toy says screen froze up. Yep. Jim says I'm froze up. I know. Let me see if I can pull out of here and start over. It won't even let me click to get out of this. All right. Doesn't that suck? Well, stand by, people. We'll get it working here in a minute. We will. It'll come back. I promise. It'll come back. Somewhere, somehow, it's going to come back. Let me see what we can do here. Maybe. Maybe not. We got the Wheel of Death going right now on the screen. That little circular, colorful wheel on the Apple products. It says you're going to die in a minute. So there it goes. And yeah, I know you can hear me because I see the, it's popping up. I know my voice is working. So we'll just keep going. How's that? Just listen, guys. It's now a podcast. It is. It's become a podcast here in beautiful Springboro, Ohio. So Dudley Taft, amazing player. I said earlier, I was talking about the house band. Jim Cuesta, great. Travis Hanna on drums, an amazing drummer. Then we've got, Jonathan Grooms. What a great bass player and what a cool guy he is. And I'm watching your comments pop up on the iPad, guys. Keep it coming. And yeah, there we go. Let's see. I think maybe it brought me back now. I'm going to try to see if I'm back in the mix here. It looks like I am. There we are. We're back. So let me hit on the Bell Jam a little bit more. Jonathan Grooms, as I was saying, he's an amazing player. He absolutely is one of the nicest guys you'll ever meet too in the music business. And yeah, that's it's the radio version of the radio show. Rich, you're on YouTube. Did it freeze on YouTube? I guess it did because Glenn's saying that. So it had to be on my end. They're working in our neighborhood on Wi-Fi and stuff, and our broadband sometimes acts a little funky. And yes, there was light. Guess who's back? Thank you, Jim. Yes, both YouTube and Facebook. Thank you, Jim McCarthy. All right. Hi, Dirk Turner from Crying Out Loud. Thank you for being with us. Good to have you here. So let me move on real quick about the bell, though. And if you haven't tried the Faded Cow food truck, I've got to get a plug in for Karis's food truck there. It is absolutely amazing. Tried some other items on Thursday night that I hadn't tried before. Amazing food always, and top notch. Nothing is frozen. It's all fresh. It's just so good. So please give that a try as well. What's up, Joshua Morgan? Thank you for being here. And yeah, Blevin says internet's been in and out all day. Yeah, it's Alta Fiber. Okay, well, mine is Spectrum right now until I decide to cut the cord, literally. But yeah, it's a mess. But I want to hit Friday before we go off the air again and something happens. I want to talk about the Eagles Project. That's what I'm here to promo today. Eagles Project. Where's that? Right there on the shirt. I do want to say we went to Memorial Hall in Cincinnati on Friday night, and I had never been to Memorial Hall for an event before in Cincy. I don't know how I've missed it. I've been to the Taft. I've been to all kinds of places down there. Never been to Memorial Hall in my entire life. I've worked the Sorg Theater in Middletown, which is a 750-seat venue. Memorial Hall, roughly 500 seats, a little more than that, I think. And it was an absolutely beautiful venue with amazing acoustics. And if you've been there, you know what I'm talking about. Gina's agreeing on the food truck. You've tried that a few times. Thank you for that, Glenn. And what do we got here? Gina says, great venue. Yes, it is. And man, I can imagine you guys that take photos like Ed, Memorial Hall is just a killer venue to do that in as well. The beauty of the place is just crazy. Hello there. Good times to see you, Sean Cooper. And yes, acoustics are amazing, Blevin said. It is. It's really a cool place. And then you walk through the marble, I mean, my gosh, the building is gorgeous. Clean, nice, easy to get in and out of, lots of fun at Memorial Hall. And, you know, the area they had set up, it was Veterans Day. They were honoring the veterans. So there was a lot of things going on in there, a veterans exhibit and those kind of things. Really cool place. And we got the chance to see the Eagles Project unplugged version, acoustic version, I guess, if you want to call it that. And I'm going to say, first of all, I've seen the Eagles Project several times. The first time I saw them, I said, I'll never try to miss a show if I can help it. I want to go to all the shows I can go to because they are that fantastic. And the Eagles Project, if you don't know them, how about Tim Key? Listen to this lineup of star-studded musicians out of Cincinnati. Tim Keys, Rick Kern, Brian Coleman, Greg Ambergy, Greg Tully, and Ken Fulman. I mean, it doesn't get any better than that. Tim, vocals and guitar, Rick, vocals and guitar, Brian, vocals and guitar, Greg, vocals and bass. Now, the four of those guys, vocally, the band is so deep. It amazes me that all four of those guys are great frontmen, and they take different songs from different eras and genres of the Eagles, and they just slay them. The harmonies, you won't find any better. And, you know, I've heard a lot of people say, and I've seen them before, and I'm just going to go out on a limb and say, you know, there's not knocking on Hotel California that travels the country. They're a traveling group, but I'm going to put anybody right in there like the Eagles Project with Hotel California, because I want to say they are as good or better in my eyes anytime, especially on the vocal side of things, on the harmonies. It's a wonderful night of music there. It was. And, you know, the Eagles songbook is amazing to begin with. And they could have played for 5 hours. And they chose some really good songs. And one that I was glad Pretty Maids All in a Row. When they threw that in, that was amazing. The arrangements they did on the songs were really cool, yet not changing them so much that they weren't the original song. And I like that as well. And they did a little bit of arranging on some of them and had a string section with them. Holy mackerel. I mean, these ladies and one gentleman were just killing it. We had two violins, a viola, and a cello, and they were absolutely killing it with all the songs. I mean, when you throw the strings in with Desperado, and so good, so damn good. And I could go on and on and on and on about it, and I will here for a minute. But I got to get some comments up real quick. There's Billy. She says, yay. Absolutely. What a great show, Billy. It was so much fun. And yes, Alex says Jonathan Grooms is amazing bassist. Wonderful person. He is. And really a cool cat. Yes. And yes, Jim, the band is so tight, so good. And, you know, they were having fun Friday night, too. I noticed they were smiling at each other, laughing and cutting up a little bit on stage, having fun. And it was wonderful. Carol said, loved her seats. Yeah, you guys were there. I got to see you, Carol, for just a minute. What a great night it was. And what else we got? Jonathan Grooms could teach stage presentation. Yes. Hi, Rebecca from Texas. She got to see some Dayton boys over the weekend. Thomas Mack and old Cooper Allen. Good to see you got to do that. And holy mackerel, my grandpa words. Thank you, Jim. Well, if I say anything else, I get violations, you know. And Glenn says whenever he puts Eagles Project videos on YouTube, I always get copyright infringements. They're so good. Yeah, the computer catches that because they are so spot on. Hi, Cricket. Thank you for being here. I don't have my crickets up right now. Sorry, it's not working well. And Sherry says, shout out to the light guy at the Eagles. That was Mike Coons. And Mike Coons, he's good. He is. He's awesome. Sound and lighting. I was going to get to the production here in a minute, but I want to talk about Brian Coleman's cowboy hat. If it really was a prank, Rick Kern, it was a great one that they all said to bring cowboy hats for the one song they were doing. And yeah, if that was the case and it really truly was a prank, I think it was a great prank. And Brian's got beautiful hair. He should never cover it up with a cowboy hat. I'm just going to say that. He's got hair that any woman would be proud of. I mean, honestly, you know. And yes. Yes. Mike Coons, the man on the lights for the Eagles Project, the best. Thank you. Name the sound guy there for me. I didn't catch his name. Was it? I'm trying to remember who it was for sure. But and Carol said, "Love the cowboy hat on stage." Yeah, that was cool. And you know, you look at those guys. I've seen all those guys play. You know, what do you Camaro hair, we call it. It's awesome. Thanks, Rick. That is perfect. That is a great description of that, but absolutely. There's a guy who's right out of my 1970 something class picture with that hair. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Barry Taylor. Thank you. That's who it was. All right. Tim Keys is here too. Thank you, Tim, for dropping by today. Appreciate you guys being with us. The Eagles Project in the house, guys, and I'm honored to have them with us. And Barry Taylor, yeah, Barry Taylor's a beast. And the sound was perfect in that room. The harmonies were perfect. The guitars, you heard every note, every bit of the string section. It was really a great show. And when I don't say a great show very often, this was top shelf, folks. And it was 2 hours of wonderful music with a little intermission in the middle. And like I said, they could have played 3 to 4 hours and everybody would have stayed. There wouldn't have been anybody getting up leaving. They may have left because they were tired, but it was cool. And, you know, I saw the Eagles back in Indianapolis years ago on the Hell Freezes Over tour. And it was, they called it the assisted living tour at the time because they were all so old and all that, and got to see the original group before they lost members. And it was wonderful. And I love the Eagles, but the mix of the Eagles Project is musical perfection. It is. They have studied the Eagles. You can tell the mannerisms, the way they step to the microphones, all those things. It's a really cool show. So I highly recommend it. Next time they're in Lawrenceburg or somewhere like that and you see them playing, guys, get out to catch the Eagles Project show. And Rick, if you're in here still, or Tim, if you've got another upcoming show you want to throw it in the comments for people to see, I'd love you to do that. So they could have a chance to go see you guys. It's a wonderful group, and you'll never meet a bunch of nicer guys as well. Good group of people. Jonathan Grooms has joined us. Somebody must have tagged him, and he got a notification here in the comments. Jonathan Grooms, were your ears burning? I was talking about you earlier. It was all good. And yes, Mike says Barry Taylor's top shelf goodness as well. He really is. And Glenn says that's a great shirt I'm wearing. Thank you for that. It's the Eagles Project. It is. And I love those guys. So thank you to them on Friday night. And he says Little Miami Brewing Event Center, January 26th for the Eagles Project. If you guys want to go see them, if you're watching today and you want to go hear the musical songbook of the Eagles, do it. And Rick, when you hit those high notes, my brother, those are good. The crowd loves that. Take it to the limit, man. He takes it to the limit, not one time, but about 9 more times at the end of that song. And it's good stuff. It is. And that's really all I got time for today, I think. I think we're running out of time here. I'm trying to see where we're at. We are. So really didn't have a whole lot on Saturday to talk about at all. And yeah, Carol says she's there. All right. Don't have a whole lot of stuff to talk about on my Saturday night. I watched the Buckeyes game, to be honest with you, and didn't catch any live local music. But again, if you saw somebody play and you're watching us after we're live, drop it in the comments. Let us know. Tomorrow will be Hot Topic Tuesday. It's brought to you by The Bell and the Bear. The lovely Karis, my co-host, will be with you tomorrow for Hot Topic Tuesday. If you have a topic that's hot button, you can trump what we're thinking about. So send it to us right away. And we may jump on it because our topic for tomorrow is not real exciting. I'm going to say that out loud. Isn't that something you'd say about wanting people to watch your show? But no, it's not where I want to be with it. So if you can throw something in there and give us some good stuff, or if there's just somebody who's pissed you off in the music industry in the last few weeks and you want us to talk about it, drop it in and we'll chat. Hats off to the production crew at Memorial Hall. Hats off to Memorial Hall for running a great venue, getting us in, getting us out. We ate at a pizza joint near UC called Adriatico's, which was awesome before the show. So I apologize for anybody sitting next to me that I smelled like an Italian mafioso guy, but that's where we were. And Rick Kern, love you guys, man. Thank you so much for a wonderful evening of music. I can't tell you. I walked away there from that with the biggest smile on Friday night, and it was just a grand show. And the folks we were with had a great time as well. So thank you so much. And Rich says, pissed us off. Does that include your bandmates? Absolutely. We do great shows about band feuding. We've had a few of those. Infighting. Not to the point where you see like those videos where the drummer beats up hits the bass player with a cymbal or anything like that. But we do get into the biggest thing is band wives feuding. We love those shows. Yeah, because we know band wives and girlfriends who feud each other. That's always entertaining. It is. Thank you, Glenn, for being here. I appreciate you so much. And again, drop us a direct message, guys, if you got a comment or something about what's going on for Hot Topic Tuesday. Wednesday with the band this week, The Gamut joins us at noon on Wednesday. If you want to tune in then or watch later, The Gamut. And they're talking about their band and their upcoming show at Heather's on the patio for Christmas and Springboro weekend coming up this weekend. Thursday shows Who's Playing Out is brought to you by Froggies in Monroe. And until then, everybody, we're going to get on out of here. Get out and support some live local music and the bands and venues that bring it to you. And if you don't go out on Monday night, take the time to hop on the social and hit like on somebody's page and follow them this week that we talked about. We appreciate y'all. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.